Hey everyone, welcome. And let's start off with this is one I sat on for a long time and I did not mean to. It just sort of happened. And then I was looking through some old footage and I went, oh yeah, I never did this. So today I'm going to look at Microgalaxy Squadron Luke's X-Wing. And right away, I remember this being so difficult to get out of the package. I didn't film it because I was just having so much trouble. But how are these? They're okay. They put a. I will admit, right off the bat, you get a bit of a flashback to Action Fleet. If you remember those vehicles. These, however, I will give them cred. It looks like they're trying to scale up the different ships, and that's a plus. I do like that aspect. I don't know if the scales are exactly right. I didn't do any math or anything and see if the X-Wing scale's right with the Millennium Falcon or anything like that. But honestly, if you just look at them, it's like it looks like it's scaled properly. But then again, I could be wrong. I know people went nuts over the AT-AT, and I just picked this one up just to see. The only thing I don't like is the center section is really wobbly with the wings, but it looks good with the wings out. And there's this weird ejection feature for R2 that, the instructions make it look like he's going to fly out. He doesn't fly out, thankfully. That probably would have lost him at this point in my life. Is it bad? No. Is it fantastic? No. It's okay. I think these are a little overpriced by a couple of dollars. I think about $10 these would have been fantastic. At 13 or 14, I think. Yeah, that's a little much. Just a tiny bit much. And, the other thing is I don't want to go diving into another line. Right now, I'm in the middle of going through a lot of my vintage collection stuff and my legacy collection stuff. And I'm getting ready to try to unload some of my Clone Wars vehicles. Because while I like them, they don't really speak to me as much as some other vehicles from Star Wars line. With that in mind, looking at getting into another line of vehicles, I'm not too keen on. I will say, this is a good one if you're really into spaceships from the Star Wars series. You could fit these pretty easily on a small space and have decent representations of starships from Star Wars, and they'll be scaled with one another, so that is a plus. Is this perfect though? No, it's not. It's not Action Fleet. The detailing is pretty decent, but it's not great. The paint looks pretty good. The micro figures turn me off a little bit, especially Luke. Luke just doesn't have enough detail. I don't even know what scale you would call that figure, and the R2, it's just okay. It's serviceable, but it's not something that'll knock your socks off. I seem to remember Action Fleet having a lot more detail in their figures. And I think they were around the same scale, but I'm not positive. I haven't looked at any Action Fleet in a long time. I sold a bunch off years ago, and yeah, they're long gone, so I can't really do a comparison. But like I said, but if you really want to get a line of vehicles for Star Wars, this would be the place to go. They look pretty decent. I've only looked them over. I have not picked very many up. I picked up this one. I got one as a present for my birthday. I did do a video on that one way back when at Bo-Katan's spaceship. And that's okay. This one's okay. I don't hate it. Don't love it either. It's one of those things. It's cool, but it's like I don't know if I really want to or not. And I've not picked any up since, which tells you I wasn't too impressed by them. I don't hate them, but I don't love them either. Definitely wouldn't refuse them, but not willing to start collecting them. So I guess I got a neutral reaction to it. I guess that's the best way to describe it. There's nothing I can say that's wrong with it, but there's nothing I can say that's really wow about it either. It's just kind of there. Okay, so just wanted to take a quick look at this. Like I said, it's been in the works for a while, and I just didn't really know how to approach it because it's not something I'm really wowed by, but I don't hate it. You know, I mean, I'm keeping it, and it's going somewhere. I'm planning on keeping it out, so I mean, it can't be terrible, but at the same time, it's not that wow factor that you get from a lot of toys. There you go. Okay, that'll wrap up this episode, and don't forget to do all the fun YouTube stuff. Later.